Let's breathe. This is Kathy. This is a practice of Yoga Nidra for being, for opening up to the ultimate present moment. So let's come into our fully comfortable and supported Yoga Nidra posture in whatever way you should decide that is for today. I recommend checking the notes that accompany this recording for all of the options that are available. But ultimately, you want to be fully comfortable and warm so that you don't feel a need to move during the practice. And that being said, if at any time anything is uncomfortable or you feel a need to shift and move, then of course do that. So coming into your comfortable posture, let's go ahead and invite a breath in through the nose and out through the open mouth slowly. So we'll breathe in and exhale through the mouth, allowing some heat to escape from the mouth. As you exhale, feeling the tension soften and release. Let's invite another breath like that again. Breathing in through the nose, fully feel the ribcage expand. And exhaling. Let it be slow and smooth, feeling the body become heavier. Resting here, feeling your body being held. Feel your body being held by the surface upon which you lay, and then mentally tracing below that surface to the floor, to perhaps another level of the home or the structure that you're in, until you reach the earth. Know yourself to ultimately be held by the earth. Feel all the connection points of your body to the floor, the pillows, tracing downward to the earth, and know the earth can hold you. The earth nourishes the body just as it does a tree bearing fruit. Feel your connection to the earth and open to its regenerative properties. Invite another breath in through the nose. Invite it fully and pause for just a second as you then exhale slowly and completely through the open mouth, releasing heat through the back of the throat once again. Feel your body relax into a welcome stillness. The whole body relaxing and releasing, yet filled with awareness. Feel your body resting within your own energy field. And know this energy field to be protected and nourished by the universal source of love. Begin to feel how the entire weight of the cranium is resting on the back of the skull. Soften the temples. Soften the jaw. Feel the tongue drop away from the roof of the mouth. Soften all of the muscles of the face. Feel the ear canals broadening and deepening. Could you notice a subtle length in the cervical spine as your throat softens. The trapezius muscles down the back of the neck towards the shoulders loosen their tensions as the shoulders drop down away from the ears, and the shoulder blades feel fully connected to the earth, to the chair, to whatever your body is resting on. Feel how this allows the collarbones to be wide. Allow yourself to invite just a simple breath in, and notice how when you breathe, the rib cage moves side to side. Feeling the ease and the suppleness of the rib cage, and allow this awareness of your heart beat in between. Softening the arms, feeling the looseness and a release in the upper arms, the forearms, palms of the hands warm with presence. Can you feel a pulsation, a slight pulsation in the palms of the hands? And also in the pads of all 10 fingers. Tracing your awareness back up through the arms, downward towards the space of the heart. Could you invite a softness into all the vital organs that are located in this space of the abdomen? Softening the abdomen. Could you once more trace from the base of the skull where the spine connects in, and allow an ease from the base of the skull all the way down towards the tailbone as the spine continues to warm and to lengthen, to unravel. As if the brain stem is unraveling and sending its communication of ease to all the nerve endings through the entire body with help of the spine. For that is the relationship there with the intelligence of our own body. As your awareness traces downward towards the tailbone, feel the whole pelvis fully held by the earth, softening the glutes, feeling the openness of the hip flexors, noticing a loosening of all 4 lines of the legs, the tops of the thighs, the backs of the thighs, inner and outer thighs. As the knees are supported perhaps by a bolster, synovial fluid moving through the knees, shins and the calves releasing all of their tensions downward towards the ankles, the tops of the feet and the soles of the feet are soft, feeling the toes pointing outward as the ankles are completely relaxed. No tension being held here. Feeling a wave of ease from the crown of the head all the way down towards the toes. The body is so relaxed. And as the body continues to relax, the mind becomes more spacious. But there's part of you that's fully awake and aware. Begin to notice all the layers of sound. Just have this awareness of the miraculousness of the ears receiving the vibration of sound. Can you notice different layers of sound in your environment? Perhaps sounds that are even outside the room. And then the sounds that are closest to you. What if the trillions of cells within your body could all become receptive? What if they are? So listening and receiving the sounds globally through the entire body, the whole body, listening. Let's bring attention to the eyes, feeling the radiant orbs of the eyes and how they're connected to the brain. Soften the eyelids, feel them smooth and relaxed. Relaxing from the act of looking. All of the muscles around and behind the eyes, softening, letting go of all effort. Could you let yourself now bring your attention into the space around your heart? Resting here in the presence of the heart space. Can you notice the heart beating? Some say that rather than a mere pump, the heart is a portal, a doorway to the soul's wisdom. So in this outer stillness, we'll come to a time for intention. Letting intention be like a seed planted in the soil, which sprouts and grows, and believing this to be true. If you have an intention that you're working with, you may state it now with feeling and reverence. And if you don't have an intention currently, I might offer the following. I invite a flow of radiant life force with steady clarity into all situations in my life. With intention seated in the heart and the entire being, we'll continue with the practice. Beginning to feel a touch of air on the skin. Notice and remember this largest organ of your body, the skin. Can you imagine the skin of the body now breathing in the life force energy of the atmosphere which surrounds you? As if you are inhaling and exhaling through the skin of the body. whole body of skin, breathing in and breathing out. Now begin to notice the air that flows through the nostrils. Noticing the breath like two streams of air through the nostrils, ascending from the base of the nostrils to a space at a point between the eyebrows. As you exhale, the breath descends back down two streams of air to the base of the nostrils. Notice the left nostril and notice the right nostril. We'll now begin to come into a mental alternate nostril breathing. So this breath is simply just allowing your mind to be aware of your next breath in, breathing in with the attention focused on the left nostril, ascending the breath up the left nostril and out the right nostril. In through the left again and out through the right, taking your time. And do that one more time, breathing in through the left and out through the right. At the end of this exhalation, we'll change directions. Now breathing in through the right nostril and out the left. Take your time. Allow your intention to stay with this breath, breathing again through the right nostril and out through the left. And once more, in through the right and out through the left. Now feel yourself breathing in through both nostrils equally and evenly. Feel the two streams of air meet at a space between the eyebrows, or perhaps, if this is more resonant for you, 2 inches behind that in the middle of the forehead. As the breath descends, it moves back downward to the base of the nostrils. Continuing in this way, very perhaps subtle breath now, just feeling 2 streams of air, the 2 nostrils at the meeting place between the eyebrows or middle of the forehead, and exhaling down 2 streams of air to the base of the nostrils. Can you notice the temperature here? You may notice that on the way in, the breath is cool, and on the way out, the breath is warmer. Simply noticing the temperature of the breath. Staying with this, could you now consider that there is a pulsation, an energy riding on the vibration of the breath? And each time you breathe in and the breath meets at that space, top of the eyebrows or middle of the forehead, it's as if you're depositing a bit of that vibration there, that pulsation, and you exhale. And as you inhale, once again, you're just collecting this life force. You may feel this as a subtle pulsation or of a warmth, or even as light. You may feel none of these, just resting in the trust of your own attention, creating energy in this space as you breathe in and allow the breath to meet that space between the eyebrows or middle of the forehead. Now letting go of the awareness of the breath, just resting in the effortless flow of the breath with this awareness of an energy pulsating or a warmth or perhaps light resting at that space, the top of the nostrils between the eyebrows or middle of the forehead. And we'll come into the practice of Shavayatra as we rotate the energy through the body. So let's now effortlessly just follow the points mentioned and let this be felt as a spot of pulsation or a bit of warmth, or perhaps even a golden point of light moving from place to place to place. So still resting here between the eyebrows, middle of the forehead, center of the throat, the right shoulder, the middle of the upper right arm, the right forearm, right wrist, center of the palm, pulsation here, warmth, and the pads of all 5 fingers, center of the palm, the right wrist, middle of the right forearm, middle of the right upper arm, the right shoulder, center of the throat, pulsation here, warmth, or a bit of golden light, left shoulder, left upper arm, left forearm, left wrist, center of the palm, golden light, pulsation, pads of all 5 fingers on the left hand. Body very relaxed, mind spacious, very awake and aware. Center of the left palm, the left wrist, the left forearm, left upper arm, left shoulder, center of the throat, middle of the chest, navel center, light here, pulsation, center of the pelvis, the right hip bone, middle of the right thigh, the right knee, center of the right calf, right ankle, pulsation here, golden light, top of the right foot, arch of the right foot, and the pads of all 5 toes. Right arch, top of the right foot, right ankle, right knee, middle of the right thigh, right hip joint, center of the pelvis, warmth, pulsation, light, left hip joint, middle of the left thigh, left knee, middle of the left calf, left ankle, light here, pulsation, top of the left foot, arch of the left foot, and the pads of all 5 toes, arch of the left foot, top of the left foot, the left ankle, the left calf, left knee, middle of the left thigh, left hip joint, center of the pelvis, navel center, middle of the chest, middle of the throat, and the space between the eyebrows. Now see or feel or sense all of these points at once. You may see or sense them as a constellation of stars. Your body is the space between the stars. The breath flows through effortlessly. Whole body resting, whole being simply resting in this spacious awareness. There is no need to do anything. You're not waiting for anything. No sense of what will come or what is next. You are here now, and that is all that is good. The past is gone. What is future is only imagined. You are simply here now, and now is so fresh there can be no history of now. Beyond time, can you be aware of the space in which all things arise? Watching what appears and what disappears, all that comes and goes. It takes place in a space that itself is appearing and disappearing. Simply here, now, feeling into this space of simply being. Your very breath is moving through this space of being. You are the witness to this present moment. observing the thought, yet beyond thought. Observing the mind, yet beyond mind. Observing the experience, yet beyond even the experience. Observing time, yet you are beyond time. Observing form, yet you yourself are formless. Simply be in this spacious awareness for the next 4 minutes. And very gently noticing the surface upon which your body lays. Feeling the support of the surface which holds your physical body. Mentally record any experience that you may have had. And then very slowly invite a breath, a little bit longer breath into the abdomen. Feeling as you breathe in, the belly rises. And as you breathe out, the belly falls. Invite one more like that. And on the exhalation, apply just a subtle bit of tension at the space of the navel. This is with the intention of grounding the energy here. At navel point. If your hands are away from your body, allow your hands to come into rest. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. Gently wiggling the toes. And as you feel ready, rolling yourself to your side. Feeling fully supported by the floor. The practice of Yoga Nidra is complete. Allow yourself to gently let some light come back into the eyes. And returning to this external world with a newly rejuvenated sense of gratitude for all that our bodies allow us to experience. The many layers of being that we carry, and let this added ease and clarity continue out into the world as you go into the rest of your day. Namaste.